So since I have over 10 hours of Counter-Strike experience, I feel like I can accurately give a ranking of all the Counter-Strike guns. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So we're ranking them A through F. S is being great gun, amazing, you should buy 100%, and it will get you kills all steps of the way. Great for experts and beginner players. F is for completely dog water. I would never tell you to buy this gun ever in a million years. It's your grandma's disgusting meatloaf that you just want to throw away. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the AK-47. AK is an amazing gun. It is great for expert and beginner players. It's more of a tap fire instead of a automatic. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the A tier, straight A tier. It's an A tier gun. I wouldn't say it's amazing. It's only a tap fire, and the people that use it are complete dog water. I hate the people that use the AK religiously. Next, we have the AUG. AUG flat out is a scoped weapon. It's not very strong. It's kind of a weak gun, but it has the scope, so new players are always using it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the C tier. If you're using the AUG, you're probably dog water at the game, and you have no idea what you're doing. The AWP, the AWP. It's a very strong gun, one-shot kill almost anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and put this gun in A tier with AK, because if you also use the AWP and AK, you're also one of those people that religiously use it and praise by it. If you're not using an AWP or AK, you're not using anything. It's mostly the community that takes these two weapons down. They're great guns, by the way, so that's why I'm leaving them at A tier, but it's mostly the people that use them that make this gun dog water. The CZ7 Auto. This gun is straight F tier. Never buy this gun. If you can use it, good for you. If you're watching this right now, this gun is just not for you. Don't use this gun. The Desert Eagle. It's a very strong gun, basically a sniper in a handheld device. We're gonna go ahead and put this in S tier. If you use a Desert Eagle and you're really good at it, you're an absolute Chad. Dualies. The dual Berettas. Very weak gun. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the D tier. Nobody uses the dual Berettas at all. I have never seen anybody use the dual Berettas except for me when I'm super broke in a game. The FAMAS. Suckier version of the M4A1 or the M4A1S. The FAMAS, I'm going to have to go ahead and put in B tier. It's more of like a cheap version of the AK or the M4A1 if you don't have any money. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the B tier. The 5.7. If you use the 5.7, you probably know what you're doing or you're complete dog water at the game. It's kind of just in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and put the 5.7 in C tier. I don't know exactly which one this is. All I know is that it's called an auto, but it's the terrorist version of an auto. I think it's the G36. We're going to go ahead and put this gun in F tier. If you're using a G3, if you're using the freaking autos, you're dog water. You're complete garbage of the game, or you're memeing, but you're in F tier all the way. Alright, so the Galil. The Galil is... Galil's an excellent gun. I'm going to put it straight up in A tier with the AK and the AWP. If you use the Galil, you're a straight up Chad. I know people that love using the Galil, so I'm going to put the Galil in A tier. I have over 10 hours of experience. I know what I'm talking about. The Glock. The Glock 18 for terrorist side. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put it in B tier. It's a great gun, amazing gun. It's the starter pistol for terrorist side. If you're great with the Glock, you're great at pretty much anything that you do in Counter-Strike. You pretty much know the game all the way inside and out. So the M249, I don't really use. I'm more of an Negev person myself. So I'm going to go ahead and put this gun in straight C tier. If you use the M249, you're dog water and a Chad. You're kind of in the middle. It's a bland gun. Nobody really uses it. But the M249 is just kind of there. It's just kind of a bland spice in your spice cabinet. You don't really use it. The M4A1S. This gun is a complete Chad gun. I don't hear anybody talking on it like the AK, so I'm going to go ahead and put the M4A1S straight up in S tier. It doesn't have as bad of a rap as the AK does. When you meet somebody that uses the AK all the time, they're going to talk about the AK. They're going to stroke their AK. The M4A1, it's kind of... it's younger. It's kind of the M4A1S younger brother. I'm about to put the M4A1 in the... I'm about to put it in B tier. It's more of a B tier weapon. It's not amazing. It's not great. A lot of people use it, but it's just not everybody's palate. It's in B tier. It's a B tier gun. It's 100% a B tier gun. Now we got the MAC-10. If you buy a MAC-10, you're going ham on the entire crowd. You are mowing down people left and right. You are not giving a fuck about the status quo. MAC-10 players, straight S tier. If you are a MAC-10 player, if you buy the MAC-10 and you're going like dust 2, lower tons, straight to upper tons. You're macking on the whole team. You 100% are a Chad. I'm putting the Mag 10 up in S tier. Mag 7, if you're a Mag 7 user, I'm going to 100% say you're a Chad too. I'm going to 100% say the Mag 7 is going to be an A tier gun. So next we got the MP5. The MP5, uh, and I feel like everybody can agree with that statement. So I'm going to go ahead and put the MP5 down in D tier. It's a D tier gun. Nobody uses the MP5. If you use the MP5, you're one in a million. You are the needle in a haystack. You are the black sheep of the family. Nobody likes you. Moving on to the MP7. If you use the MP7, you're probably goated. MP7 in B tier. The MP9, D tier. All right, the Negev, A tier all the way. You mow down the crowd. All those enemies are like your front lawn. You're mowing them down like a stepdad. You're not giving a fuck about it. Nova, it's my name, and I do like the Nova. In fact, I'm not gonna lie. I actually like the Nova, but I'm actually gonna put it as a C tier weapon. If you're using a shotgun, you're gonna be using the sawed-off or the XM. You're not gonna be using the Nova. Basic, average duck hunt shotgun. All right, now we're gonna go with the P2000. If you use the P2000, you're dog water. That's why I put it in the D tier. The P2020, I'm gonna have to put the P2000, the P2020 up in the D tier list. It's not very good. It's kind of around the P2000. It's basically the same gun, just its cousin. You know what? I would say never use this gun. It's straight F tier dog water. I'm throwing up thinking about using the P2020. The P90. If you're using the P90, you're rushing A or B. I'm going to go ahead and give this gun a B tier. The Bison. If you're using the Bison, you're just like the P90 users. And put the Bison in C tier because it's around the same as the P90. And if you're strapped for cash, you're usually buying the Bison over the P90. You know what? I'm actually going to bring the Bison down to D tier. I actually thought about it, and it's more or less like throwing paper at a bad guy who's trying to stop you. The R8, F tier. The sawed-off, B tier. A tier. It's so hard for the sawed-off. I'm going to put it in A tier. The Scar 20. If you're using an auto, you are a noob. You are a memer. You just want to see the world burn. You can buy an auto, but you're making it worse for the rest of us. All right, the SG, it's basically the AUG, but on T side. I'm going to say this one's a C tier gun. It's basically the same as the AUG. Now the Scout, B tier gun. B tier gun. Tech 9, F tier. Don't buy the Tech 9. Ever since the nerf. UMP 45. This gun, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. It's kind of like the Bison. But I'm going to have to put the UMP into D tier. It's a D tier gun. Not amazing. Not great. I don't really know anybody that buys the UMP willingly. So I'm going to put it in a D tier. I'm not going to say never buy it, but it's definitely not one of my go-to guns. I'm definitely going to put it in D tier. The USPS, the starter gun for CT side. This gun, B tier. It's a B tier weapon. It's decent. It's more for dinking. Not amazing, not great. But we're going to go ahead and put it in a B tier. The XM1014. This automatic shotgun is decent. It's not the worst. It's not the best. I'm going to go ahead and put it into C tier with the Nova. It's an okay shotgun. It's more or less, I want to spray and pray. It's more or less a C tier gun, straight with the Nova. And I feel like it's the exact same, just it's automatic instead of single fire. There is your list right there. Your Counter-Strike gun tier list. I'm counting this as official because I have over 10 hours of Counter-Strike experience. All right, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to show you here. I just wanted to rank Counter-Strike guns. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you all later.